inspirational. It's one of those things I think that, every family should see, especially every black family, especially every black family. Just getting to see, the way that, this man, pushed his family, from poverty into greatness was absolutely amazing. It was absolutely amazing. It was inspirational. And one of the things that really stood out to me in watching this movie was when they would show like, media coverage, or the portrayal of media coverage of Richard Williams, the father of Venus and Serena Williams. I would listen to the things they would say about him, and it reminded me so much of the coverage of LaVar Ball. Now, I wasn't really watching sports news at the time when Richard Williams was, trying to make Venus and Serena famous, but I was a child. But obviously, I saw the whole LaVar Ball situation, right? And I saw the way people talked about him, the way people vilified him, the way people treated LaVar Ball like he was a villain, like he was a monster. People treated LaVar Ball like he was trying to hurt his kids. That's the way people treated LaVar Ball. But when I look at LaVar Ball and I look at Richard Williams and I see the way those guys were vilified, it really makes me. I mean, I don't understand why. I don't understand why, because if you go to any Little League basketball game, baseball game, football game, there's a Richard Williams or a LaVar Ball in the stand. There's a dad who thinks his kid is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Sometimes it's a black dad, sometimes it's a white dad. I'm sure it's Latino brothers, Asian brothers who out here on the same thing. There's dads in every stands of every sporting event who think their kid is the greatest thing ever. But for whatever reason, we had these black men, who were bold enough to create a plan for their family, push their family forward. Of course, you got to make some sacrifices if you want to be great. Nobody's ever earned anything great if you didn't have to make some sacrifices. But we treat these men like they're the worst, like they're monsters. And my question is why? Is it because they're black? Is it because we can't wrap our minds around the concept of a black man having a plan for his family and pushing them, to be their best, and pushing away the advice of a lot of people who think they know better? Because we saw a lot of that from Richard Williams. We saw a lot of that from LaVar Ball. And there will be other dads. I'm sure there have been plenty of other dads. But I haven't seen any become national monsters the way that it was done to LaVar Ball. I mean, it only takes, 5 minutes of looking at LaVar Ball, sitting, listening to him talk, to be like, yo, this guy's just a regular dude. This guy's just a regular dude. This guy's just a regular dad who's out here trying to push his sons to achieve their dream. Maybe it's his dream, but he's out there pushing his sons to try to achieve something great. So when you look at where they are now, were they right? Richard Williams got his daughters to be some of the highest earning athletes in the history of the world. Serena Williams is arguably the greatest tennis player of all time. She's arguably the greatest American athlete of all time. And would she have become that without Richard Williams pushing her? Who's to say? Right? Look at LaVar Ball. He's got 3 sons on NBA rosters. One of them who's probably going to be a super duper star. Another one who's pretty good. And another one who's in the league. Okay, at the end of the day, were these guys wrong? Was Richard Williams and LaVar Ball wrong for how they pushed their kids? I don't think they were. And I don't think you can really argue it. So if anybody out there sees King Richard and you never thought of having a plan for your family, or you ever had doubt of having a plan for your family, you gotta just block all that out, man. Block all that out and stay on course. Push your family for what you want them to be, what you think they can be. Okay? If you got a plan, you got people from the outside looking at you like you crazy, bump all of that. Bump all of that. If you learn anything, if you take anything away from watching that movie, it's believe in you, believe in your plan, block out the outside world, and let the chips fall where they may.